Good morning. Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday, everyone. Hey, Kevin. Demo, what's going on? Hang on, folks. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Friday, Friday. Hey, Seth, what's going on, man? How you doing? Oh, boy, here we go again. Except this time we don't open on a gap. I'm good. I am, as they say, I'm in autopilot. I'm in autopilot going into the weekend. And I've just been doing one-on-ones with the mentoring people and quite enjoying it. When it's wonderful to see people sort of they see it and figure it out. That's a very cool thing when they get breakthroughs. Hey Raj, did you get to Walsall? Man, it's there's like a storm up here. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's like that a little south, but there is a major storm going through Liverpool. I feel like Kurt Russell in what is that movie? When he's in Chinatown and he's driving the truck and he goes, "It's a dark and stormy night on the Pork Chop Express." Big Trouble in Little China. Yeah, that's a good movie. When am I going to start the stock investing seminars? I'm going to start next week, Zeth. I'm going to work on it this weekend, and then I'm going to do a session where I get some guinea pigs and run it by you guys and see if you understand what I'm talking about. And I'll start rolling that out. Yeah, it's going to be a dark and stormy night here in Liverpool. Good thing I love storms. And we actually have some liquidation. No gap. We're going to open inside yesterday's range, right? Overnight inventory was long, is long still. You see? Let's dig into this thing and end this week on a good note. Now, hang on. Let me just get this task manager to work. 1 second. End task. All right, so overnight inventory, long. It is just corrected down, but it has not tagged the close as yet. Okay. We have a poor high. Our high was 87.5. My level was 88.75. Now I'm off by a couple of ticks here. I'm off by a point at a tick. I'm off by 5 ticks on that level, which is okay because this level comes from 2020. So that's a 5-year-old level, right? So it's like, I don't know, something that ages, wine or something like that. Might be a little off, right? But we stopped and we're coming back in. I'm glad. I'm really happy that we're not above 67.90. That would be a dog's breakfast. So right now we got a little liquidation. That's a good thing. We're going to see if we can take out the close and go tag the low on the open. Hey Dan, how you doing? Now check this out. This is something I went down the market profile rabbit hole, right? And I spent years trying to figure out how to use market profile to trade. But it's useful in trading if you have certain things about it. Like when I look at a market, the most immediate thing I saw is look at this is what they call value area high, which is the top of the cost basis of yesterday and the day before yesterday. So that's where all the stuff is priced, right? To be very, very sort of all of the inventory is all priced down here. And we've been selling it up here all night. Not a bad night. Hey, the volume's not bad. It's 109,000 contracts. Right? So if you were long here yesterday, going into the close, at night you could just gently pollinate the flower. Right? Just gently sell 2, sell 5, sell 10, sell 2, sell 6, sell 10. Right? How many do you want? 3. Done. How many do you want? 6. Done. How many do you want? 10. Done. 20. Oh, hang on. Let me get back to you. And then you like pretend you're on a phone call, right? And the buyer might pay a little bit more. Okay, I can sell you 20. Right? And you're just getting rid of your inventory up here. Now we've had an inventory correction before the open. That's rare. When was the last time you guys remember that we had an inventory before the open correction? I'm going to play the music from Jeopardy. When was the last time we had a market that was in a gap up situation that corrected inventory before we actually opened? It's been a while. I can't remember when the last time this happened. That may be a clue. I'm not going to hang on to that. I don't want to get the short sellers too excited. Okay? But there are signs. Right? That's a sign. Just, you know how fancy traders say, carry that forward? Right? You guys have all heard carry that forward, which is basically a fancy way of saying, hey, don't forget about this. Remember this. Right? So that's an interesting thing. We've actually got a little liquidation. So when this thing opens, now I don't want to get everybody too excited. That's why I'm saying this. Right. Exactly, Supra. Right? This has been a very, very kinky market. Right? As the penguin would say, kinky man. Right? Which means I would have to adjust my trading to kink mode other than vanilla. Right? So what you need to do is you need to get sharp. Be sharp out there. Okay? If we don't break the close, this will rotate back up and because we're still in distribution, right? We're still in distribution. So on the open, if we can't take out yesterday's close, it'll do this. And what I think it'll do, now call me crazy, but it's Friday and I'm allowed to be a little nuts. You see this area here where it spiked, like we opened up here and dropped, right? I have a feeling that we might just go back and forth in this area if we don't take out the close. If that happens, right? If that happens, so remember if, then, right? There's a Fed speaker today? Who the hell's going to listen to a speech on a Friday? Okay. So if the market does that, if the market can't break the close, and if the market goes sideways and doesn't seem to be able to break the previous day high, look for a run at the end of the day. Right? If it breaks yesterday's close, look for a break of the overnight low and then maybe a look below and fail right when it comes to value. Right? Now, when we get change for you short sellers who are all salivating, right? You guys are all salivating. If we break the overnight low and take out these lower references, that previous day low is there, and there is a short position down here underneath 67.40. Don't forget about it. Right? It might be back and forth. It might be choppy. The move might have already happened, and it might kind of do and drive you nuts. Don't overtrade, and don't swing at the first pitch they throw at you. You know what I mean? If you guys have just sat down in your chairs and you're going through your morning prep, right? Don't swing at the first pitch, right? Take your time, wait for your setup, and be smart. Don't be patient, be smart, right? If you're smart, you will automatically be patient. Okay? Just chill out. And remember, what's Friday? Friday is wire day, which means you all should be wiring your profits from this week out of your brokerage account before you can get your grubby little paws on them and blow them up. Friday is wire day. Every Friday you wire whatever money you made the hell out of your brokerage account so you can't screw it up. Done on Wednesday. Beautiful. In true T plus 2 fashion, Raj. Well done. Right? Nice. Next week, fresh sheet of paper. Okay? So, let's go dig in. There's all your upper stops. There we go. Ugh. Yeah, I don't do good with expecting something to happen. That's it, or that forecasting stuff. I just do not do well with Morty the mind reader. I'm better at reading people than the market. Oh boy. Yes, we got a seller just under 72. 12 minutes to go. I've just taken a few scalps today. I haven't even traded anything serious because I've been kind of busy. And I'm okay with that. There'll be a couple of decent trades here. Wonder if we can move the point of control down. Where is it up here? It's 4,800 contracts. Ooh, it's a little thick. They got rid of a lot of inventory up there. Notice, folks, yesterday's point of control is here. And watch, we broke it, came down, and then the next half hour bar, that low is just one tick underneath. This is very, very inventory. This is pure inventory. There's no other time frame coming in and selling at all-time highs. So it's just the inventory that's in the market right now. So don't get crazy on the short side. If you made the short today off that inventory correction, beautiful. I didn't. I think it's wonderful if you did. Anybody here when they're actually going to start the 24-hour stock trading, equity trading? Because when they start 24-hour equity trading, I might start doing some nighttime 3 in the morning sessions and stuff like that on stocks. Be just like the old days when we used to trade Germany from Vancouver. Anybody know? 2026? Really? Okay. I guess the clearing and in the old days when human beings ran trade desks, that'd mean a lot of hiring, a lot of traders, but they'd have to work the night shift. That would, yeah, I'm working the night shift, midnight to 6 in the morning, or midnight to the open. So what does that mean, Raj? That they use tokens, so you can trade live on Robinhood an equity even though the market's closed. So that means they're just taking the other side. Fascinating. Fascinating. Yeah, they're just taking the other side of your trade. I mean, they don't expect somebody to come in there with 5 million shares of Microsoft on a CFD. Oh, that'd be a hoot. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I guess they're picking up 100 share lots, ones and twos, fives and tens. Right? uh, but it'll be cool when we actually have orders flowing through real exchanges instead of this CFD nonsense. Frickin' bucket shops. That'll meet volume 24/7. Or, yeah, not 7. Oh, they might even do it on the weekends. Who knows? Let's go full degen. But here's the thing, Christian. So that'll give you guys, as futures traders, an edge. Okay? Because you'll understand the concept of overnight inventory, and it's going to be the same in equities. Overnight inventory is going to get stretched long like crazy, and then it's going to correct, right? So you guys are going to have a distinct advantage. Yeah, they're gonna lower the PDT trading rule from 25 to 2K. Glory, hallelujah. Oh yeah, round them up, bring them in, just like the song Rawhide. Remember the Blues Brothers, right? Bring them in. Do I track the weekly POC? Oh dear God, no. But every time one of you dudes brings it up, I go, ooh, that's a good idea. Somebody do that. Not me, but somebody should do that. That's a great idea, Dan. I nominate you to track the weekly puck. That's what we call job creation on a trade desk, Dan. You ask a question, now you got a job. So what are we doing right now? I think we are just going back and forth between 69, 72. There seems to be a seller at just underneath 72. We could also give Lear. Lear, you could always take on extra work. You're retired now, right? So if we don't give you something to do, you're gonna like make a nuclear powered refrigerator or something in your backyard. it's like four unfinished car projects, but you always got something cooking. Always building something. The weekly high volume node, yeah. Well, see, this is the thing. Now we're starting that creep up. We cleaned out that 72 seller. All right. Getting over 73, we're going to target 75. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, Lear got bored this summer and built a pool heater instead of buying one. New robbery, eh, Moran? Exactly. Uh, at standard deviation areas, yeah, a lot of the software guys write code. Where's Mikey? VWAP execution models. So it will initiate at VWAP and standard deviation. Oh no, my boxes, Rosemark, are just cost basis. That's all, right? So that stupid Epic pen go. Hang on, stay with me. Oh, there it is. So this is the cost basis. The blue area is cost basis, right? And then this is 2 times profit. This is 2 times discount. That's why you'll find reactions at the edges, because you're stretching out the discount or you're stretching out the profit. Uh, yes, just based on business. So if you bought something at $1 and it gets up to 2, you're going to sell a little bit. Then it gets up to 4, definitely going to sell, right? That's all it is. It's really simple. That's why it works so well. And that's why it works on all time frames, right? Because that's just the business of the market. Oh, 1 minute left. No problem, Rosemark. Thanks for asking questions. Alrighty. Here we go. Okay, folks, be smart out there. What's my bias for today? Back and forth, ping pong. My bias is back and forth between 65 and 80. It's an inside day. So until we break yesterday's low or high, business as usual. Okay, we got a seller right before VWAP. Man, I shorted 74.75 and trying to cover at 73. Wow, that was difficult. I was just front running VWAP on the short. My stop was just right at 75.5. Just a little scalp to see whether or not this thing will break. There's an annoying bid at 72. I don't like that as a short seller. Wow. I tried to buy 75, 75 and a half, 75 and three quarters, and I couldn't get any at either one of those prices. So I was right, but man, I moved like pregnant yak. Not fast enough, JJ. Not fast enough. Just ran away from me. Now let's see if we could take out yesterday's high. Short 79 and a half, covering 878. That was just one contract. Remember what I said? See if we can rotate down. That's very good, Dan. Thank you. She's like a mother to me. Yes. Yeah, it was in motion when it was going up. Bids at 75. Kind of annoying. Oh, please don't take out the previous day high yet. Just go back and forth for a little bit so we can make some money. Come on. I just want some rotation. Scalp a little bit, pay the phone bill. Ah, good question, Rosemark, because it was taken at night. It was taken at night. I did it again. 79 quarter short, covering 77 and three quarter flat. Um, according to the old people, according to the elders, they say that what happens at night doesn't count. So, because the New York Stock Exchange has to be open, that's always been their party line. Which is, I'm very curious what happens when the New York Stock Exchange never closes. Be careful, Shorty, if we take out 81. Yeah, I mean 80 and a quarter. Okay. Finance is changing, people. 24-hour trading, tokenization of securities. Forget sleep. I've taken that trade twice on the short side. I'm not going to do it again. Exactly, Nano. Exactly. I wish the losses I took on the overnight didn't count. All right, we got that slow creep happening now. Let's see if we accept over yesterday's high. Once again, all those poor people who were thinking that the shutdown was going to throw the market into a tailspin, not happening. You know, that's. You guys, are you guys wanting to do the social hour thing tonight? Anyone? Couldn't even get down. We couldn't get 2 ticks past the open, Louis. Thanks, Alex. I just do a session at 2 o'clock. We get to talk to each other. That's all. It's kind of a social thing. In the old days, if we were actually in a physical desk, we'd all be at the bar. Oh, please don't take out the overnight high yet. I'm not ready for that. Stupid thing. Stupid market with no supply. Oh, gosh. Right, if you're long, don't short this thing, folks. That's all. Do not short it. Just go with, okay? And if we get above 67.89 and accept, right? For the love of God, don't stand in front of this stupid thing on a Friday. It's not even the first half hour. Good grief. This is crazy. All right, folks, we're cruising into that overnight high, which was a poor high. And if you are caught short, that is probably the only place that you're going to seek any asylum or refuge. If there are no sellers at 87.5, 87 3/4, then your goose is home fried. It's not cooked. Ooh, that's good. Ooh, yay, a seller. Beautiful. Remember I said this is your only, right? So cover, 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 right? This is like a gift. Man, this thing's trading like a penny stock. I cannot believe how this thing trades. I honestly cannot believe how this market trades. That is like a penny stock maneuver off the get-go. I have never seen anything like that. This is supposed to be the most prestigious market in the world, and it's trading like a 2-bit penny stock. How beautiful. 3-to-1 breath, eh? Yeah, the candles were tiny. Tag a VWAP. Let's see, the next candle, if it stays over 78, it could creep up over this area where the sellers are. We could go a little log. Come on. Log 6 at 79, out at 80 and a quarter, out 80 and a half, at 80 and a quarter on the balance. No, 80, I'm sorry. Yeah, a little scalp. If we could hold the previous day high, we'll rotate up again. Look, I'm looking at 81 now. If we can't get offered over 81, be careful on the log side. They might flush her. Right? If you're long, get your offers out. Get on the offer. Life is best lived on the offer. Making sales, making sales. Bit of an aggressive seller at 81 quarter. Let's see if we can take him out. There we go. Long 80, out 81 and a quarter. Just scalping. Look at the bottom of the last two 1-minute candles, right where that white line is where it says sellers now. Next area where there were sellers were that 82, 83 area. And we're just creeping up to it now. Let's see who comes out and hits us over the head with a hammer. Boom. Do we have any kind of major news next week? Was it half back? Damn, I keep forgetting to look at that, Raj. Oh yeah, and you know what? It is right. So Lear says sold it down hard off the overnight high, minimal inventory above us. This is a weird day to me. Just keeps creeping higher and higher. And right, remember what Dr. Hunter S. Thompson said: when the going gets weird, the weird turn pro. Okay. Now's the time to be a pro, right? You just take only those trades that totally make sense to you. If it doesn't make sense, don't pull your wallet out, right? And this is that creepy price action where a lot of short sellers get trapped. This was actually a nice look below and fail, but the price action was so slow and creepy. Look below and fail right back to the top of the zone. I scalped it here and there, but I didn't want to hold it because of the price action, right? So if price action continues to be like this for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to have to do some work on myself and spend a bit more time trusting the chart and not getting sucked out of trades. We'll see what happens next week. I'm kind of viewing these last couple of days as transitional days. The seller's still there, Moran. They're still there. They'd be crazy if they weren't. There's a ton of inventory underneath yesterday's close. And anybody who's got two brain cells to rub together, if you're long underneath 64 in size, you want to gently get rid of that, get some cash, right? Turn that into cash, right? I'm watching 83 and 3/4 and see if we can get above that and stay above it. Because if we can stay above, say, 84, right? Round number. If we can stay above 84, we'll make a run at the overnight high. But if we can't stay above 84, I think we're going to rotate back down. I'll wait till the next candle. No rush. Don't have to nail the top of it, right? Yeah, see, Moran, that seller is still there, right? They were there before. They're there again. Now, I'm going to give it another 20 seconds or so and see if that next candle low, that's what we want, right? To march it back down. But it's playing with us right now at 83 and 3/4. So I am just going to let it. You go tease somebody else. I'm immune. Right? I'd like to see it get underneath that selling. Right? I'm not short yet. Now, what I usually do is I usually go and it's on that third candle. When that third candle opens, I will short it because I trade too quick sometimes. And then I'll get stopped out. See? This is and I didn't do it today, and I'm very happy I didn't do it. Where as soon as I wait for that candle and it can't get underneath, I hit it, I get stopped out, and then the seller steps in, right? Right? So here we hit it at 82 and 3/4. Try and cover the 81s, and if it gets back up over 82 and a half, scratch, right? I'm using this white line, right? And I don't mind scratching. I do not mind scratching because if you can get into really big trouble. If you're short and you start adding size to a short at the bottom of it, boom, that's how you lose a lot of money, right? Because that happens to everybody. Everybody shorts, right? And they hit a little bit here and then it goes down and they start adding size. And then it doesn't break. And this happened in Globex too. In Globex, we had these three candles lined right up where it came down and it stopped dead and rotated back up, right? Be careful about things. It's the details, my friend. It's the details, my friends, that will make all of the difference. Pay attention to the details like that. Don't worry about patterns and indicators, right? Don't worry about all that stuff. What did I say? Over 84 is going to take a poke at that overnight high, right? When you're trading with candles, use the simple information that the candle is telling you, right? So now we know that we have sellers here, right? Right? Just keep it simple for now. Just keep it simple, right? So I shorted it, I covered, right? Or I would have covered. And then it went down and it stopped dead right there, right? It's just not it. And I would always add to it and then, oh, I get really in trouble. What are we long here? 85? Long 85, selling 87, on 4, on 3, right? Sell into the breakout, right? We're long at 85. Two more. They're not taking me at 88, so let's flatten out. Flat. Done. Right? There's nothing up here. There's absolutely nothing here. There's no inventory. So what are our levels if this stupid thing gets over 87 and a half, 88, 89? We're looking at 67.95, 68.04 3/4, 68.15. I'll drop these into the room for you guys. Somebody say the T word and then we'll get a liquidation. Want me to do it? Trend day? Now to liquidate. Nice backfill. Nice backfill. Look above and fail of the overnight high, right back down to the overnight point of control. Nice. Watch 84. If we can't get under 84, sellers are there again. Thank goodness. 86 sellers, the only thing that's saving this thing. Oh my goodness. It's still a period. It's still a period, guys. Oh my goodness. Is NQ weak? I haven't even looked at it. Let's see if we can get down to yesterday's high again. Can we sell this thing down? Or have we trapped so many people short under 80 now that it's crapped out? There's still 3 minutes left in this period. This A period feels like I've been talking for an hour. Excuse me, throat got dry. Nice liquidation right back down to the previous day high. Beautiful. Let's see who comes to play here. Open that 67.80 door. Back up to maybe 82, 83, and then sell back down. Good distribution, eh? Look at that. Look how beautiful the algos distribute. Just look. If we hold above the previous day high, we rotate back up. If we get underneath the previous high, look for a break of VWAP and then back down to 70. Okay? Yes? No? Everybody was hyper pre-market. Now everyone's quiet. Cool. Just so you guys know the plan. Right? Underneath the previous day high, there should be some bids at 78.5. Here we go. Drop it in. Drop it in. Oop. Front running. Holding VWAP. Yeah, that'd be nice, Jeff. The only problem in this market, it takes so long to liquidate. It created so many buyers on the way up. Anything going on in the world of stocks? Jeez, it's frisky. Well, there's that lower scenario, but I wasn't fast enough to grab that. You guys had some news too, right? Yes, no? I was not aware of news today. Been very, very lazy today. Let's see if we can stay underneath VWAP. Wait for the next candle. Don't have to get the top. Short 76.5, covering 75. 2 micros. Flat. Looking for the open. Remember what I said? Underneath the previous day high, back down. Right? What did I say? 70? 72. We came close. Wait for another push. Let's see where they sell into it. Good liquidation. Damn, that didn't last long. Two big red candles? Come on. You can do better than that. Nice work, Lear. Beautiful. That'll pay for the beers tonight. Nice. Jim, I think we've got enough trap shorts for quite a while. We got a supply of them. Like, what was that guy's name in Cannonball Run with Terry Bradshaw? They had the stock car full of beer. Oh, who was that country singer? He was hilarious. They had like one bag of potato chips and like nothing but beer. Poor low, thanks, Burhead. Jerry Reed. Or was it Mel Tillis? Mel Tillis? Plenty. I think we got plenty as trap shorts. Well, we couldn't get down to 70. That's a bit of a bummer. Moran called out a poor low. So, back up again? Okay, fine. You know what I forgot about? Doi. Remember this? We're just going back and forth in the green box. 71 and 3/4 to 80. Filling it out. Good stuff, OJ. So those of you who've made some money, your job now is to protect it for the rest of the day. Add to it cautiously. Those of you who haven't made money, wait for the next rotation. Candles are getting smaller, business is getting a little slow. I don't know if that poor low is going to hold, Moran. What do you think? I could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. So now we'll wait and drop all of that overnight inventory. We're going to take everything above here and try and absorb it here. See where the next move is. Yeah. Now, had I been on the ball, I should have been buying that poor low. I hope somebody did. Could be Shanghai. That's a bit of a curse, you know. But I'm not saying. But it's not like you're wrong. But it is. It's a bit of a curse. The Shanghai curse. It's like you're cursing the shorts. Hey, Shaz. Look below and fail of 75 when VWAP is at 78. Yeah, but yeah, it's a decent setup for a couple of points. Yep, definitely. Aubrey, what's up? Man, not if we accept above VWAP, Jam. We need some more liquidation. I mean, yesterday's close is where it's done at 65. Come on, we need to break 71. We need to break 71. Come on, here we go. Let's give it a shot here. Come on. See if we stall out at 73. If we stall out at 73 and get back over 75, look for VWAP again. Boom. Hello, what did I just tell you? That was obvious. That one was obvious. Why was that obvious? Can anybody tell me why 73 was obvious? Because the bid was at 72 before 71, 72, and it's moved up. Bids move up over time. That's why we couldn't get down here. Little market making insider pro tip. More like a deal tip. Bids will move up over time. Hit those sellers at 79, 80. Let's see how they respond. You can tell so much off a candle chart. It's crazy. Why do bids move up over time? Because buyers get anxious. It is exactly front-running buyers. Just like on, think about Black Friday. See those videos of people at Walmart? They're all pressed up against the door. Then a lineup starts to form and they start putting more pressure against the door. It's just in this case, the store, Walmart, when they see all those people pushing up against the door, they get to raise price, right? They get to raise the price. That's the only difference between that and this. See, they see buyers coming in at VWAP, the offer starts lifting. Now, if we get serious buyers, that offer will lift and print 70, 67.80. Watch. Right? See, there's a seller right there. See, there's a seller right where that little white line that says sellers is. That's where they're competing. But if they see buyers, look, there's a 79.5. Boom, three-quarter print. Can we print 80? Not just yet. More competition. Here we go again. Give it another shot. What's up at 80? The previous day high. The previous day high. There's an 80 print. Right? 80 print will run some stops. Here we go. The truck is full of... What was the beer in Smokey and the Bandit? Coors? Now the truck is loaded and we can go to... Where is it? Texarkana? There you go. Right? We've loaded the truck under VWAP. It's full of beer. Now we can take the truck and transport it across state lines. Yeah. What people don't tell you is traders on Wall Street are just nothing but glorified truck drivers. We transport the product. Investment bankers create the product, salesmen sell it to their institutional clients, and traders are the ones who drive the trucks that transport the product. That's all it is. Everyone is just a liquidity machine. Exactly. And thank you for your contribution, Rolly. Thank you for your contribution to the Goldman Sachs Aston Martin bonus pool. Dear Fund Me, I am a trader on Wall Street, and I really want the new Aston Martin. Please contribute here by taking crappy trades, not using stops, thinking you're smarter than everybody else. We appreciate your donation. Over the previous day high, we're looking for, I'd say 82? 82, 82 and three quarter. There we go. What did I say? 82 and three quarter? Okay, we're close. 82 and a half. Do, 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 do. Beautiful market this morning. Choppy enough to keep the riffraff out, but not bad trading. Nice. Do a little bit more distribution here, right? So all the stuff that we loaded in the truck between 75 and 78, we're going to unload some here, make some sales, right? Maybe down to 80 and a half. I do have to watch that movie again, you know. I have to watch Cannonball Run and Smokey and the Bandit. I'm sure there's some really good trading metaphors in those two movies. And Big Trouble. Okay, we're knocking on that 82 and a three quarter, and we can't seem to move the needle there. Let's see. Rotation back down, put it on sale, see who comes in the store. Right? So every time after a move up, and then you guys get a couple of red candles, right? Right? So you get a move up, red candle, move up, red candle. What those red candles are for is that's to bring in buyers. Look, it's on sale, come in. Look, it's on sale, come in. Look, it's on sale, come in. Right? That's you trend people, trend folk, right? That's what your trend lines mean, right? Oh boy, it's been a week, hasn't it? This is definitely one for the books. You know, I say this and people probably think I'm nuts. In 100 years, they're going to be doing case studies at Harvard, if it still exists, on this market. This is some market. This is something else. The amount of money, the amount of speculation, the fact that inventory is so tied up, large company stocks are so hoarded that every single liquidation is bought up in a frenzy. I did watch the Dukes of Hazzard. Definitely, OJ. They've got these algos running just perfect. Like you look how that this green candle that we're in now, how it came down just under 81, found the bid, and then just ripped right up. So quickly it just pulled the offers. Beautiful. Really something else. Still have a seller at 82 and three quarter though. So we'll distribute here. Candles will get smaller until some more people come in the store. One thing I will say is we'll be around at 2 o'clock. Going into the close, right, I should actually put that in here before we leave. There we go. Yes, I do. Gabrielle, if you're interested in that, I can give you my. You could contact me on X. I'm vwaptrader1 on X. If you want to talk about the course, happy to help out. Yeah, you know what? Send me an email. We'll hop on the phone, and I'll figure out how I can help you. Okay? No problem. Well, this is slow now, isn't it? This distribution. See you, Dan. Have a great weekend. Be safe. This week went kind of quick, eh? It went pretty quick. See, Brad. Real party with real wine. Have a glass of wine for me. Thank you. Go have some fun. This is pretty slow. We'll wind it up here. Let you folks get on with your week. And I want to thank you all for coming out and being with us this week. I really appreciate it. We appreciate if you like and subscribe to these videos. Keeps the algorithms fed. And of course, please drop by thetradingsyndicate.com. We promise we'll teach you how to trade with some common sense and not a whole bunch of stuff, gobbledygook that you got to look at. Simple trades that make good business sense. And we'll teach you how to keep the money you made. We'll teach you how to get used to being paid. Because retail traders don't get paid. And that's my goal, is to help retail traders get paid. So the Trading Syndicate, this is where we rob from institutional and give to retail. Okay? Thanks, everyone. We'll see the rest of you at 2 o'clock. Have a wonderful and safe weekend. Appreciate you all. Please trade safe. And for those dyed-in-the-wool short sellers, 67.89, if we accept over that going into the close, just be careful. Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye for now.